So this morning I went to my Pride and Work program, and not even 5 minutes after it starts, I'm the first person to get judged. Nowadays, we live in a world nowadays that there are people out there who get judged for a lot of stuff, some of the stuff that's not even their fault. There's homeless people, there's vets who have a hard time getting money because when they return home, everything's different. Things have changed because they've been out in battle for so long that society's changed a lot. And I want to be the type of person to help any and all homeless people get a nice have a nice warm place to sleep and have clothes on their back. But there's also people out there who don't want to help the homeless. I'm not saying everybody doesn't want to help the homeless, but ever since the age of 15, that's been my dream. I've wanted to help the homeless. Everybody deserves to have a job. Homeless, vets, everybody. They deserve a job where they are able to fit in. Now, there's a lot of jobs that won't hire them because of their disabilities or because they don't have a high school diploma or GED, which is my case, and I'm going to explain right now why I don't have any of that. I have ADHD with ODD, meaning I cannot sit still for long periods of time unless I'm entertained, which video games is what keeps me entertained. Or sometimes I go out riding my bike. Okay, sorry, let's get back on track. I'll talk about that after. But I'm also bipolar, and growing up I was on meds. Now I want to get back on my meds so it can help me and get better. Sometimes the meds worked, sometimes they didn't. There was days where the meds didn't work at all, and there were days where they did work. But on the days it did work, sometimes they didn't fully work. Like for about a month or two I was on depression meds. I stopped taking my meds altogether because of what I got told by the doctors and everybody else. When I hit 18, they said it was my choice whether I wanted to take my meds or not. And sorry if you hear the vibration, it's my phone going off. But anyways, I want to help anyone out there who doesn't have a job get one. I want to start up a company. And I want to help everybody out that doesn't have a job. Like, I want to give them a job. Like, for example, I'm doing YouTube, so they don't know how to edit. Of course, I'm not going to edit videos, but if it comes down to that, if it has to come down to that, just so people can have a job, then it's worth it. It's not hard to show somebody how to work a computer and make Photoshop pictures just for a video. I'm not saying that you could do it. Sometimes the Photoshop could help people draw, because I've seen videos of it. Photoshop has helped a couple people draw. Like, it helped. That's what helped me draw when I was in school. And it helped me draw. And I'm pretty sure I'm getting off track again, but that's what happens with. But there's people out there who don't have jobs. I want to start my own company so that people can have a job. Like, introduce them to new things and their stuff. But back to my school situation. The reason I'm not in school, sorry. The reason I am not in school is because growing up, I got bullied. Now, when I was a kid, I was surrounded by females. Out of the whole house, there were only 3 males in the house on the weekends, but on the weekdays there were only 2, which was me and my uncle. On the weekends, it was me, my uncle, and my cousin. So, I didn't really get out of the house that much. Because I used to live in the country, it was nice and quiet, so I didn't really get to socialize or have many friends. But once I reached middle school, that's when the bullying started. And then all throughout high school, I was placed in BOCES. I'm not going to explain what that is because it kind of brings back horrible memories when I talk about the place. But throughout my whole high school year, I was bullied. I got into fights. When I was 15, a couple months before I turned 16, if I'm correct. I don't always remember correctly. But my teacher got me so mad, I yanked the door open and I ended up putting a hole in the wall with the door. But they understood that I had bipolar. Not all teachers did, but some of them did. And they also understood that certain things will set me off easily. The number one thing that will easily get me mad, because in my opinion it's not right. It's never right to disrespect the dead. There was this kid who disrespected my dad's stepdad, which growing up was the only father in my whole life, was the only father figure I had as a kid. My real father didn't want anything to do with my life. When my mom was pregnant for me, he said that I wasn't his. My stepdad is the person who taught me never judge anybody by their looks or how they act. Some people, they act mad because they've had a bad childhood or they've had some bad experiences as an adult. And it was what he told me that made me want to help people out. I'm sorry guys, but it's my dream to help anybody who doesn't have a job. Like right now, I don't have a job. I consider YouTube my job because I know there's people out there who view my content. Some people enjoy it, some people don't, but that's okay. It's everyone's opinion. Everybody has a right to their own opinion. But as long as you believe that you can help people, then go for it. That doesn't mean like give everything away or give all your money away, because of course you need some money for yourself. But if I ever make money from YouTube, this is how I'm gonna do it. Half gets donated, and every time the money comes in, half gets donated and the other half gets put up so I can save it up and have enough to build it up go to a homeless shelter. Or if I have to get my own place, get like, for example, buy a house the size of a castle, and then welcome all of them homeless people in, then I would do that. Now, I'm starting to lose my train of thought because of, I'm kind of depressed right now, but I hope this message gets through to as many people, if anyone shares it at all. You should never judge anybody by their looks or their color. If you don't know them, don't judge them. You shouldn't judge at all. There's people where I live who are white and they are racist against black people because even if just one black person steals something, automatically they assume that all black people steal and kill. Now, I've seen a couple of videos on Facebook about this, stuff like this, about how there's more black on black crime than black on white. And I've also seen videos of what cops have done to black guys, black kids, black guys, black people in specific. I'm not trying to sound racist, but no cop should ever have the right to do that. I've watched a video of a cop literally pick up a 16-year-old black boy and slam him on his head. He didn't do anything wrong. All he was doing was riding his bike. Now, in my opinion, that was not right. The cop had no right to put his hands on the kid like that without proper reason. Of course, he shouldn't have done it at all because he was 16-year-old. Yeah, technically, some people count that as an adult. But it's not right. All this hate crime needs to stop. And I'm hoping this message gets around to people around the world. But I'm gonna end up losing my train of thought. So before I do, I got one last thing to say. Even if you think the person's gonna hurt you just because they're black, or if, no offense, if you're black and you think a white person's gonna hurt you, don't just assume until you really know. Of course, if they try to hurt you, everybody, this is my opinion, everybody has the right to, how do I say it, defend themselves from their attacker. Now, I know there's people out there that doesn't approve of fighting, because I never even liked fighting in school. I'm not sure if I mentioned it before, because like I said, I don't always remember anything. Again, I don't even remember if I said that. But nobody should be judged by their race, color, I don't know how to say it. But nobody should ever get judged by their looks. I'm using this as an example. Say a black man walks into a colored person walks into I'm not trying to sound racist, it's really hard, because, no, I'm not racist myself, but it's really hard to word it right without sounding racist, that's what I mean. Okay. Hopefully I say this without sounding racist. Say a colored person a colored man or woman walks into a store. and the store owner's Chinese. Now, the store owner doesn't know the person, but say they've heard of what a black person has done, or a colored person has done. Now, it wasn't that exact colored person that walked into the store, but they automatically assume, oh look, he's colored, so he's gonna do the same thing, and I don't want to take a chance, so I'm gonna kick him out of my store before he even has a chance to do. For example, I'm gonna kick him out the store before he even has a chance to rob my store. Not all people are like that. There's people out there scared for their lives because they're scared to get shot. Nobody should be treated differently. Treat people the way you want to be treated. That's all I got to say. But hopefully this message gets around. But I will see everyone in the next video. I don't know when it's gonna be because I'm thinking about taking a little break because I'm having a hard time right now. I'm feeling depressed, but I'm gonna try the best I can when I can to record. I'm not saying I'm gonna be recording every day like I started off doing this year, which was hopefully gonna be. I was hopefully gonna be able to keep my New Year's resolution, but that's not gonna happen because of my depression, because of me being depressed. But anyways, hopefully everyone enjoyed this message, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye.